what's going on 23. I'm trying to keep it consistent as possible, and hopefully notifications are sent out to the people that actually took the time to hit the subscribe button, that actually hit the notification button for all notifications of all content that I list on my particular channel, be it that affirmations within the community section page, be it new video content, and be it actual live streams where you can actually weigh in and speak on whatever topic that is weighing heavily on your mind. With that being said, I am Reek, R-E-E-K, proprietor of Too Cool to Con, master of ceremonies, editor in chief of everything that comes across this particular channel. It is a Thursday night, traipsing off into a Friday, and we're still living under repeat, unless you're in Mississippi and Texas. Then they done have some changes in those parts of the country, and to me, that's a good thing. You know, I don't know. A lot of us melanated folks and others, I won't say just us and others, melanless, are not going for the illusions anymore. We're opening our minds and our thoughts up to, what's really going on. Before, it hits any social media platform or anything like that. When you wake up and able to take in oxygen into your lungs, your 1-2 lungs through your nostrils, be it through your nose or, the different pores throughout your whole body. We see something is different. We can feel it. It's not so much to see with physical eyes, but we can see it and feel it with our soul. You know, they're trying to make it hard to find alternative information. I witnessed that earlier this morning with someone that, matter of fact, on this particular platform, I usually check out their content from time to time. And when I went to go type in their content was no longer available. Now, they did similar to what I do, and they've been on this platform so many more years longer than me. And their whole content far as on this platform, I don't know far as, um, you know, what they got backed up on their hard drives or anything like that, but it's been totally, erased. So that just lets I guess they figure if we can make it more difficult for you to find, information that is differing from, the imaginative and narrative that they tout daily. Well, maybe you just will just be satisfied with, whatever they profess out of their orifice. But that will never be the case. It's never been the case even before, technology reached the level of being where it's at. I always found alternative ways to get something done, because it's always within life someone that tries to hinder what you're really trying to do, be it anything, be it accomplishing anything within this realm. They try to hinder it, they try to discourage you. It could be someone that is totally opposite of you on looks, doing everything that you maybe not everything, but some of the things you may take interest into. And a lot of individuals, be it that look like you or don't look like you, will try to discourage you. A lot of people bow down to that, like, well, you know what, this person been saying this, uh, I'm starting to believe what they're saying. No, don't believe anything what they're saying. If they haven't walked a day in your shoes, put one leg through one pants leg of your pants, drawers, socks, whatever, never believe any of that. You can achieve, you can get goals accomplished just as well as anybody else, but they want to discourage you. So essentially, you'll fall into the category of them profiting off you in some type of way, like, oh, well, since they're not, seeking out, greater things, greater tasks at hand, they'll be more reliant, or I'll be less worried about them, advancing. And if anything, it's not so much proving them wrong, it's proving yourself right. A lot of people uh, going to, oh, prove them wrong. No, I don't want to prove them wrong. I don't want to prove myself right, that I'm correct in my assessment, you know. And if I don't land or shoot, when they say shoot for the stars, well, yeah, I'm still going to shoot for high aspirations, but I'm still going to shoot even if I don't hit that star that's in, this section of the atmosphere. I'm going to hit one, or way up high. I'm gonna hit something that's up there that's still gonna be comparable to what I'm trying to accomplish and achieve. With that being said, the actual hotline is posted up at the top. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, you can. This one, usually I don't have a topic on these, but to me, you know, it's like it's getting stranger and stranger every day. You got people that don't look nothing like me or you, speaking on our behalf. Like, oh well, they feel like this. No, you don't speak for me. So any person that actually says they're speaking for you, they're not really speaking for you. Nobody's reached out to my humble abode, or hit my line like, you know what, I'm about to make a speech amongst the masses, and I feel this is what you want to get across to the masses, and I'll take it and put it in. I won't even say my words, because a lot of these people that are deemed leaders, because I don't see anybody as my leader. I don't believe in aliens like that. How they're talking, like, to take me to your leader. No, not I lead myself, and hopefully you lead yourself. Hopefully you lead someone within your family pulling their coat on something that isn't right. But far as that, when I hear that, I automatically turn off. Like, no, none of this information that they're trying to get me to swallow, trying to wash my brain cells with it. It's not meshing right. It's like getting a blood transfusion, and it's the wrong type of blood, and you get a rejection. Well, think about it like that. That's even something you should take into consideration. It used to be where they would talk about, well, oh, this person got the wrong type of blood, or blood transfusion, their body's rejecting, or this wrong type of organ, their body's rejecting it. Well, that goes with all these chemicals that they want to get off into your temple. Your body's trying to reject it, and essentially, since you've been shot in with a syringe, and usually, the body wants to heal up, that can't escape like it should. So it's going to cause some issues, because it's not being able to escape your body like it should, because it done ran off in your bloodstream, just like a blood transfusion of the wrong type of blood. It's a foreign body. So just like that goes with so-called information, so-called indoctrination. It just, something doesn't sit right with your spirit. Like, what they're saying, it's just it's not matching up to what I'm actually living, what people around me are actually living. you know so to me, it's good to hear information that you're not familiar with, but when it starts trying to say, almost, it comes off like a cult, like, you must do this, you must do this, you gotta do this, don't seek any other type of information. When it starts to come off and preach like that, that's when I automatically know it's not good for me, not good for any person that I see fit a value of not being done the wrong way. Because you figure, if you done grew up in the inner city, you done seen some unfavorable things go down, so you know what particular things are cool and what things are not cool. So with that being said, your loved ones, uh, people you really call confidants, you're gonna put them up on something so they don't go that route. Now, I guess if you don't really care for a person, you're just gonna let them, go down that route. Like they say, you can't change everybody's mind. You can't, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You could give someone information, but you can't make them think. You know, but you can put your best effort forward, and hopefully, uh, people will, get where you're coming from. They'll resonate with them. You know, and I appreciate the thumbs up. If you ain't thumbed up this particular live stream, I'll say this. Yes, I like the thumbs up because hopefully I like to, disseminate my message or your message when you actually call in. But I know sometimes, they keep, throwing monkey wrenches in it where, oh, Rick, I can't even comment in the chat, or, it's not even, it keeps saying I'm experiencing technical difficulties with my internet provider or whatever. But you can go to any other, sanctioned channel on here and have no problems. They want to make it seem like it's a technical issue when really it's them trying to hinder certain voices, certain opinions for calling it like it is when it comes to certain situations that we face daily, you know. So who's all out there? Who's all out there? Like I said, I know some people probably, driving cross country, over road truck drivers. It might be some people, got their Bluetooth earbuds in on a job site with their boss walking right past them, looking at them like, dang, he's speaking to me. I wonder if he really can hear me or something. I understand that. But for those of you that can actually, hit the dial tone and call in and speak on, to me this topic is about hindering information. I could say other words, but you know, essentially they got a what is it? An algorithm that's like a stenographer in court where every single word is typed up. So, oh, he used these words, so we're gonna place, hindrance because these particular words got used. So I'm trying to, use different words in my vocabulary where it won't, trigger these systematic hindrances, shall I say. Appreciate the thumbs up. I don't know. I just think it's messed up. Someone puts up their whole content. They take the time to, figure, they first it goes like this. You powwow about with whoever, with your peers. Like, you know what? I've been thinking about, doing a topic about, such and such. A lot of brothers in my area or, back, where I come from, depending on, your living situation. If you're in your same hometown or you're in a new town, it's like I want to put something together so you bounce ideas off of other brothers and sisters as well. It don't have to just be strictly brothers, brothers and sisters, even youngsters and elders. So then you come up with a concept, and you may not be good at editing. You may have some that edits your certain content, so you do that, and you get interviews. You reach out to folks to try to put together what your idea is, and you get all this done. You take all the steps to do that, and then you actually upload it, and then you actually get a good response, a good reception from what you're saying. But then you figure it's this bigger narrative where it's like, we don't want brothers, sisters, whoever, either coming together as one or just able to communicate. Period. We want to give the perception that that that's going on, but it's not. Only if it's towards the benefit of corporations. If it's anything with the little person, just think about it like this. I'll take Craigslist for example. I buy cars. It used to be a time where people could list all their cars on Craigslist, and you wouldn't have to pay anything. You just list it. But essentially, you look at it on the underhand side, they're still tracking your data, but you're still able to list your cars and everything like that. Now, they Craigslist essentially has become like a auto trader. Auto Trader back in the day was a publication that you pay so much to post your cars in their little magazines, and then they moved to online. But now it's like Craigslist has turned into a publisher like that because they receive revenue like that. It used to just, oh well, maybe someone likes this particular used car and stuff like that. What it became so dreaded because car dealers, people started shying away from used car dealers. Oh, with all these fees, it's gonna be this amount of money and all this, and people didn't want that. It's like, look, I got this much money to work with. Can you do it or can you not? And they'll be like, oh well, we can do it. And then once you get in there with the paperwork, well, the taxes and all that's coming up, and then end up charging people more. So that's why people was going flocking to, Craigslist to buy cars. But now it's done switched up. So now I would say where people go to buy cars and don't have to worry about selling fee and things like that was a Facebook Marketplace. People who do Facebook Marketplace. I done seen a few cars on there that I wouldn't mind getting on there. It's like they done turned into what Craigslist used to be. So far as this platform used to be able to post whatever kind of content, as long as it's not super crazy. You used to can add music, not even worrying about it. But then, a lot of a lot of, say, record labels, they felt they was missing out on revenue because people already done probably purchased their. I won't say probably. You purchase music and you figure you want to make a little video on a streaming service, and you do it, and a lot of people were going viral and became big names off of doing that. And then some people figured, what, I'm gonna do music, but then I'm gonna add a storyline or something that's relevant to my people, and I'm gonna do that, and it started getting big receptions. They want to quash that. They don't. It's like people are not watching television no more. People are not buying these, scripted lines of these television shows that's essentially got hidden agendas, hidden narratives within them. Nobody's, going along with that. Where are they going? Oh, they're going to this platform. You know what? Why don't we throw some money at them for having our content on there? Essentially, we're paying them to host whatever we have on there, towing the same narrative that people ran away from. And now we could push all the people that were independent that didn't like that narrative off and make them essentially want this narrative. We'll fund pretend people that seem like they're just doing it by themselves. As a matter of fact, there's a few car people that I see that they come off like, oh no, I just go out and buy regular cars, but you see them buying Lamborghinis and Ferraris. No, you got some kind of corporation behind you if you're not already wealthy. Not no regular person is going out and doing videos on buying Ferraris and Lambos without facing no issue. Because you figure if it was a brother just, okay, you know what, I ain't really got no money, but somehow I was coming up on flipping this Ferrari and Lambo, and it's damn near new and everything like that. You know it'll be an issue. So that leads me to believe it's a corporation or this platform themselves are like, you know what, we're gonna fake put this guy that seems like he's regular but he's not. So essentially that makes me think they're an automatic agent, alphabet agent, that is to quash the minds of the people that don't know. I want to expose that too. I don't think people should buy into that type of narrative, because to me it's no more different than a fairy tale. A fairy tale that you tell little kids before they're about to go to sleep. And then the big bad wolf said, "Hey, huff and puff and blow your house down." It's almost it's a adult version of that. Like, wow, he really, he sold these little regular cars and flipped this. That ain't how it go. People that flip cars, that really do flip cars from nothing, know it doesn't go like that. And there's a couple YouTube channels where the guy just got some money from doing what he do. When I say do what he do, like he had other ventures besides cars, and he turned that into it. But he speaks on that. It's not like, okay, you don't know where this money's coming from, because then to me that gives the false narrative of people to start channels like that, and then it'll be they'll face some type of issue, because it's like, oh, well, you're not showing how it's coming from. Well, the same person does it. Well, we're not sweating them because they work for us. I don't know if they're not letting y'all in or what, but I've been talking for almost 21 something minutes, and nobody's done said nothing. I see these people there. Are they not able to let y'all speak or what? It's just it's tripped out, but it's to be expected. Like I said, when I seen the other brothers' platform that been out longer than mine get knocked off, that let me know it's like, we don't care. Matter of fact, on this particular platform, because I'll say this, on my other social media platform, I don't really talk about that one, because that's totally affirmations. It's totally different than what I do. I don't put no videos or anything like that on there. It's just, essentially where I put in the community section affirmations, that's what I totally do on that particular site. And I get into the thousands of, different responses every time I put something out. So I know it's about the people I bring on here, the conversations that I have. It's like the reach that I have. Like I said, I've been on here 11 years. They do not. Matter of fact, let me take that back. I've been on here 12 years. So yeah, okay, I've been on here 12 years, not 11 years. Yeah, 12 years. So being on here this long, I done seen all kind of different changes, and to me, it's not any type of changes that's for the better. It's like you get an update on, be it your tablet or your phone or whatever. Like, oh, it's an update, we're gonna correct the errors, but it's never corrected. It's never. So I don't even know why they even call it updates, because it's essentially just reaffirming what they've been doing. It's like, you know what, this is gonna keep these things locked in place. So it almost makes me think, does it even pay to update? Would it be better if you don't update certain things, since it's still the same type of reaction once you do so-called hit the update? With that being said, I say it like this. Usually I say 15 minutes, and I usually will go out. I've been well over 15 minutes, and I spoke my piece on what I thought, but always seek out more sides of, okay, if they say this is what it is, okay, I want to hear the opposite. I can never just hear, oh, this is totally good. Don't look any other way. As soon as I hear that, that means I can't even take any of that information. But with that being said, let me knock out the number. I'm glad that y'all came in. And for those of you that's catching a replay, I appreciate you too. If you haven't liked a particular live stream video, hey, go ahead and do that. I'm Chukuda Khan, and I'm out.